Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the KTM 125 SX top end rebuild. So this is going to be kind of the cleanup day, clean up the cylinder head, the pipe, clean up around the engine. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the new piston in. Just get that done and over with so I don't have to deal with it in the future. So this is a Nomura piston for 125. I went with this over like a Vertex or Wiseco because, well, the Wiseco, I went over it with the Wiseco is because it has a Teflon coating on it and the top is anodized. And then the reason why I went with this instead of the Vertex, because the Vertex, it has the Teflon coating. But the reason why I would choose this one, because it has 2 piston rings, which I think is like, it's going to have better compression and like make it more reliable, I'm hoping. So, I don't know what that is. I already checked the ring, the end gap, and it came out absolutely perfect. I don't know what this is though. It's like there's silicone. I'm like, what is that? Huh. It is very strange. I don't know what this is, but it's in my engine. Was in my engine. So I already got one of the circlips in, or the C-clips. And now I just gotta, you can see the exhaust. There's an arrow that goes out the exhaust. And if your piston doesn't have an arrow, you can usually just tell because the exhaust side is going to be wider than the intake side on the piston skirt. So first thing I'm going to put in is the wrist pin bearing, which is already oiled. So I'm not going to put any oil on that. What is in there? And the wrist pin is also oiled, so I'm not going to oil those. Should probably get it out of the bag. And if you're watching this and you haven't checked out part 1, I'll put the link to it in the description of this video. Check it out if you want to see how I got, or like how I got to the point where I'm at. Actually, hold on. And I will indeed be putting assembly lube, or not assembly lube, 2-stroke oil on the piston before I even put the cylinder in. I'm going to put a towel in the bottom because I do not want to lose that C-clip in there. Oof, I don't even want to think about that. Here's the C-clip. And you want the hole to be going up, the like gap right here, you want it to be going up. Because if you have it sideways, the momentum of the piston going up and down will cause it to compress and pop out. And I just do not want that to happen. So, I put the wrist pin, or not the wrist pin, the C-clip in as much as I can with my finger. And then I use a flathead screwdriver to finish the job. And try not to scratch the piston, because that will not be good. Can you not do that, please? So close. There we go. Okay. Make sure it's all the way in. There we go. There is the piston in. I think I'll just push it down. There we go. So now we're going to get on to cleaning the cylinder. So I have already taken off this back cover to the power valve because I wanted to just kind of get it ready to clean. I scraped gasket material off the bottom of the cylinder, and now I'm gonna try to take this big gasket off at the back, and then I'm gonna disassemble the whole cylinder, and clean everything here. I'm gonna be using this. I'm not sponsored anyway, but I'm gonna be using this Grease Lightning because it gets all kinds of stuff off. It gets this like built up exhaust oil. So just take a razor blade around the edge of the gasket. No point in trying to say these because I got a whole new set, so I don't really care about these. But I wouldn't even recommend reusing these. I wouldn't recommend reusing any gasket. Okay, got this off. I'm gonna throw that away. Now take the razor blade and scrape anything that's left on. Here, I will pause this and get back to you when I finish taking it all off. Okay, I got all the gasket off. And now I'm going to disassemble the power valve, get it ready for cleaning. So, it's two 8mm bolts that hold this plate on, and then this plate has the whole power valve system, or the gears. So I'm going to take this plate off. Oh, okay. Now I can take this plate off, just like that. What is that? Why is that off? Oh, it's just one of the little bearings. Interesting. So, if you take these little circle things, I don't even know what these are called. I think they're like little bearings because they hold the plate in, and there's 3 of these little bearing end things. Those over there. Take my tiny plier. Okay, I do not lose. So lucky I did not lose that. Now, take the lever off. Here it is. Just clean this off. Now what? Now I want to take these side plates off. And I will be scraping that gasket off. Are these the same side? They are. Oh, this just unscrews. Okay. I was wondering how. I have like 3 of these. I think I'm going to use the cleaner one, which I will go get right now. And I think I'm going to use the cleaner one on this just to spruce it up a bit. Maybe. Depends if they're the same. So here's the new clean one. Oh yeah, they're the same. Does it screw in though? Oh yeah. Beautiful. Now I want to take this bolt thing off. And I want to measure how many turns in it is till it locks up. Which so it's, oh, I guess that's just, it goes all the way in until it's tight. But this is what holds the power valve, or the actual thing inside. Take it off on the same side. These don't need any torquing or what do you call it? Or not anti-seize. They don't need any torquing or thread locker because they have these little stays that keep them from backing out. Oh, and by the way, everything on this top end is torqued down to 9 foot-pounds. Excuse me. So I'm going to scrape these gaskets off, and I'll get back to you guys when... Okay, I got the gaskets off. Now I'm going to be taking out the power valve slider, which I don't even know how it comes out. The manual doesn't really specify. Oh, okay. I see. I want to take out these little cams. These are crusty. And these are like the side valves where those little holes were. If you watched the first video, I show you what like side holes I'm talking about. Now there should be a little marking indicating how to align it. But I don't see it. Oh, okay. I get it now. It's a lot stupider than I thought it was. I see it's gonna be a stupid battle. I'm gonna cut this to when I get the main valve out. Okay guys, I got the power valve out. So I had this little arm that I had to like rotate a quarter of the way for it to come out. I got that out. I probably could have recorded it. It only took me like 3 minutes at the log. It probably took me about 3 minutes. Now I can take the valve flap out, or not. Doesn't want to behave. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, that's crusty. Very, very crusty. This is gonna need wire brush to it. I already know. But that's the cylinder completely disassembled. There it is. All the parts out of it. Very dirty. I'm gonna go clean this up. I'm gonna clean these up off camera. I don't want to bore you guys. It'll probably be cleaning for like half an hour. So only gonna clean the main. No, I'm gonna leave the bolts, or the outer bolts at least, the cover bolts. I'm gonna leave them how they are because they're not really dirty. I'm just gonna clean the exhaust stuff. So I will get back to you guys when I'm done cleaning. Okay guys, so I cleaned up all the cylinder parts and the power valve. Now it's time to reassemble. So first we gotta start off with putting the flap back in, which should just slide in like so. Yep. Then we take this finger, you put it in, and you twist it. Just like that. Yep, the power valve is set up. Okay. So next, I have to put these side bolts in. These are what hold the power valve in place. Yep, just like that. I don't know if you can see on camera. Here, maybe I can give you. Just like that. And all the bolts on here, except for the outer cover bolts, are torqued to 9 foot-pounds, which is what my torque, or my impact drill goes to. So, just go down to 1 click. And these cover bolts need, I think it was 12, which I'm just going to do by hand because I have a pretty good feeling of what that is. But if you don't have a good feeling what that is, I'd recommend using just like a torque wrench or something. Oh yeah, I also want to put this in. This is the cylinder head overflow bolt. It goes in this little hole right here. I just want to put that in there before I forget. Beautiful. So once I get these in place, I want to put these, I don't know what they're called, but they keep the bolt from backing out. There we go. And screw this tight. Go. So now you can see the power valve is. Why is it not moving? Hang on. Oh, I see. So, get these nice tight in, and just like that. Okay, so for the top one, which you want to put in first, you want to hold it all the way to the top till it clicks in just like that. Let's go. And you want to twist it till, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you want that tooth with the dot on it to be facing up. And it's going to align with this little line right there. But I just realized I don't need to do this now because I have to put the other ones in. Which, is this the 2-dotted one? Yes, it is. So these 2 dots, you want them going outwards. Wait a minute, is it the 2-dot one or the single? Hang on, guys. I am going to look at the manual. Okay, so I got the power valve cams in line. If you can see this one. That's not. Yes, that is in line. Hang on just a second. I want to check. Okay. Having a brain fart here. So now I want to get these aligned. This is kind of tedious, so please be patient. There we go. I just realized I forgot to oil this, and so I'm going to take this apart, re-oil it, and I'll get you guys back on when it's all together. Okay guys, I got everything oiled, put back in. Moves, or did move. I don't know what happened now. It worked perfectly fine. Just, there we go. So, got that all working. Now we want to put this cover on that holds the parts still. Oh, but first I gotta put these bearings on. That would be bad if I forgot that. Put the bearings in, and then I put this plate on. That plate holds everything together. Okay. I'm gonna put some oil on the back side of that because there's a lot of moving parts rubbing against it. I mean, once the bike gets running and some of that used exhaust oil gets put in there, then I wouldn't be worried about oiling. But okay, I have to put these 2 bolts in. What the hell? That was interesting. There we go. Wait a minute. Now I'm just going to tighten the rest by hand. There we go. And now, I don't know if you can see it, but got the power valve working. Nice and smooth. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to put these side pieces on. And I got a new gaskets for those. And I'm going to put some grease on these gaskets, so the next time I do this, it'll be easier to take them off. And they won't stick. And also the grease helps seal. Got some fresh grease. Okay. Wipe down the screwdriver. And get some paper towels to wipe your fingers. Now I'm going to take my gasket. Which way? This way. Put it on. Put the cover on. Bolts in. Tighten them down. One cover on. Pretty nice. Now this other side, which has this little exhaust hose coming out, which I will put that on after I put the cover on. the gasket on. Put the cover. Oh. Put the. This way. Put the cover on. Put the bolts in. And now I'm going to wipe this off. There we go. Very nice. Got both these covers on. Now we want to put the main, the cover, main cover. Now they gave me two covers. One is for the 125, and one's for the 250, and I think this one's for the 125. Okay. So I'm going to grease this up too. Now this is a big gasket, so it's going to need a lot. Get this fully greased up. Put it on. Wipe the fingers. You need a new paper towel. This one is. Now, two of these bolts have these little exhaust spring hooks, which I want to gotta angle them so they work. And I'm gonna put these ones on first, which they are the two longer bolts. Hold. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm gonna angle these just off a bit and torque them down. Beautiful. Same for the other side. There we go. Now put the rest of the bolts in. Now I'm going to do this in a star pattern just to make it a bit more even. And just like that, my 125 cylinder is complete with fresh gaskets, cleaned up, perfectly smooth working power valve. It's pretty nice. Oh, I gotta put this piece on, which not that big of a deal, pretty easy. Just twists in. Nope. kind of finicky. It's being goofy. There we go. Nope. Maybe not. There we go. Get that tightened in. And there is my 125 cylinder complete. So this is going to be the ending of the second part. Third part is going to be putting the bike together and finishing it all off. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you all in the next video.